Hey everybody, y'all come on back in here. Yes, Adi the monk will be joining us in just a few minutes. We were able to connect. We were able to get it all together. And he is here with us now. He is here with us now. Adi will be joining us in just a few minutes. And like I said, that's life, y'all. You take the ups and the downs and the question marks of life. But what bottom line is, you don't ever let it take you down. You dig? It depends on the one you feed. Positivity, negativity, you gotta keep on keeping on, y'all. Come on in here, y'all. We're about to have a wonderful conversation with Adi the monk out of Asheville, North Carolina. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, taking your time to come on. On Facebook Live, Wendy, the incredible Wendy Vaughn, and I, we've been blessed to have some incredible guests. Frida Payne, Melba Moore, my brother Clifton Davis, David Arnold. Oh my God, the Wanda Vaughn of the Emotions, Big Sis just kicked the whole series off. And our whole presentation there on Facebook has just been positivity. You dig? It's about living that life. And in 24 hours, we're able to count a blessing, y'all, somewhere in those 24 hours that we can hold on to. Life is life. It doesn't mean it's going to be smiles and laughter all 24. But somewhere in those 24, we can make it smile. You dig? We can have something to smile about, count a blessing about. But here on this format, it's all about the independent artist and artistry itself. We bring an artist on. We're able to talk to that artist, share the journey of that artist. We're able to find out the more and more of that artist, of what that passion is that feeds that creativity of that particular artist. And we've had some fantastic stories, y'all. Fantastic stories. Introductions of new artistry. A lot of people say, where's the music I like? It's never gone anywhere. Music is here. Creative artistry is here. Incredible poetry is here. Dance ensemble and choreography expression is here. Filmmakers are here. Incredible, inspiring artistry has always been here. Just because you don't see it on mainstream media or hear it on mainstream media does not mean it's not here. And that's, in my small way, is to bring it to you and let you hear. Follow the artist. If you see a show that you like, and you join us and you're introduced to an artist that you love their music or their artistic expression, follow the page. You might have found your new favorite artistic expression and artist. You never know. So with no further ado, first of all, I want to thank everybody. Who do we have here? Much respect and much love to Ryan, to Sister Roz. Thank you so much for joining us, taking your time. Much love and much respect. Brother Sean Mead is back. Reggie Weissman is here from Washington, D.C. The incredible Wendy Vaughn is here, my co-host from the Victor Brooks Show Facebook Live series every Sunday, 2 Sundays now a month at 1:00 p.m. Look for your promos. DJ Danny McGee is back with us, 1619 in Zinga. Thank you for being here. Adi the Monk, he's here, ladies and gentlemen. June 17 is back with us. Bobby Wilson, much love and much respect to you, Bobby, out there in Las Vegas, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Bobby was one of the guests who joined us over on the Facebook Live last year. Bobby's story is so inspiring and incredible. Go to YouTube. The shows that are not on our Facebook page anymore are on YouTube. We had them edited down. They're on our YouTube channel, which we'd love for you to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Victor Brooks Show. But those shows are there. And let me tell you something about Bobby Wilson, y'all. When I tell you about artistry, creativity, and then showman plus, when you're in Vegas and you have the opportunity to go hear Bobby Wilson, you will not be disappointed. This brother here gives it to you like you want it. Can you dig it? And that artistry just jumps out, man. Much love and much respect to you, Bobby. And we'd love to know of any of the new projects that are coming, my brother. Please keep us posted. I'd love to spread the word. You know we got your back, man. Who else do we have here? Right on. Some June 17th said at Reginald Weissman, do your thing, bruh. That's right. Thank you, June 17th, because it's about support here. It's not a talent show here at the Victor Brooks Show, Indie Fam series. We're not here with judges holding the markers or giving the numbers or what's better than the other. I mean, good. Right on for that platform, American Idol, The Voice. It's a wonderful showcase, and a lot of incredible artists have been discovered and careers have been made, and we wish you much success. But right here, we're here with that independent artistry that is, it's a free space. It's a supportive space. It's a safe zone for the artist. And for those who view, we welcome you. Okay, right on. For those who view, we welcome you. Yes, we do. Because we want you to be introduced to other artists who you may not have heard before. So, here we go. Oh, right on, Bobby. Bobby said new songs released. Oh, man. We would love the opportunity, Bobby, to have you come on and give your words of wisdom as being in this whole realm of entertainment and artistry and recording for all of the years that you've been doing this, man. When your time will permit. I know you're running, brother. I know your time is very, very crunched for time, but as you could bring us those, we'd sure appreciate it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome Adi the Monk out of Asheville, North Carolina. And we were able, and we are so glad to have Adi join us right now, y'all. And as soon as this Instagram, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, brother?
Right. Doing good. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, man. Thank you. And I told everyone, that we're so glad that now we're able through the whole media and computer thing here that we were able to connect and bring your journey to the viewers today, man.
Yes, sir. Beautiful thing.
Yeah. So you're out there in Asheville, up in the mountains, huh?
That's right. Yeah. We got bears up here and everything.
I know. I've only visited Asheville once, man, and actually at the Biltmore.
Oh, good.
Didn't get a chance to stay. We just kind of drove through, and man, Asheville is beautiful, man. Beautiful.
We got
How
stuck in
long?
2008. We just, I've never heard of the place. I moved here for a job in 2008, and we just love it. It's beautiful here. Everything that we need, everything that we need to do or that we want to do has been able to manifest here. And, next time you come back to Asheville, please let me know, and I'll help you have a
Oh,
good.
oh man, that would be. Thank you, brother. I love definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
And being a wine lover myself, I know that Biltmore has its own like vineyard thing and their own specialties of what have you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have the opportunity the next time to get to Asheville, North Carolina, go. No question, no thought about it. Go to Asheville, and you've got to check out the Biltmore. Oh my goodness! Now,
Come
what
here.
do you do at the Biltmore, man? What's happening there?
What's happening there in general? There's
Yeah.
happening there. I mean, when the house was built during its heyday, it was the largest home in North America. So the heart of it all is the manor and all of the opulences that go along with the Biltmore Manor, the Biltmore Mansion. I actually play at the Inn, which is it's a nice hotel that's on property. So I play there every Sunday night normally. Sometimes I play there more often. There's so much going on there. There's horseback rides. Uh, uh, Skeet shooting, I believe. It's just
Wow.
really
Wow.
property, really gorgeous property, and people come from all over the world to see it.
And tell me, so you're there every Sunday? Tell me about that. You're there every Sunday.
Well, I normally play in this spot called the Library Lounge in the Inn on Biltmore. So it's a hotel lounge, and we have a grand piano behind me. They have all sorts of musical acts that play there, and I consider it to be one of the best gigs in town for me, or for
Yeah.
somebody like me. So I've been excited to have it. Been playing there for 3, 4 years, and they
Wow.
they use me a lot. I've actually played at about 7 different places on property. And last Saturday night, yeah, it was just no Friday night. Friday night, I was able to play for the corporate executives at
Wow.
a small VIP dinner event, and that's the first time anything like that had happened. So I met some of the actual descendants
Yeah.
of George Vanderbilt, who was
Yes.
the owner of the house, and they're now his great grandchildren or descendants are now the owners of the property.
Right on, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. And,
Oh,
and and I know that when I was there, it felt like artistry was just hitting me from everywhere in Asheville. I mean, spiritually or etherically, if you whatever words we want to give that, but it felt like a comfortable zone for expression. And when I started talking to other people, they've said the same thing. Do you get that vibe that Asheville has a thing for artistry up there?
well, it's real. I mean, I was gonna say that if you come to Asheville or when you come to Asheville, and be ready for street musicians because it is allowed here. And for me, when I went, because I didn't start putting out myself as a solo performer until 4 years ago, or five, no, 2016, 2017 is when I started. And I started by going out on the street because I played in little bands here and there all my life. I've been playing guitar, playing these instruments all my life, but I never really like went out solo just to see what are people going to think about that. So
Yeah,
I took it out on the street first,
right
and
on.
just me. We can do that here in Asheville. It's very nice.
Gotcha.
Beautiful places. We can go sit out on the street and see who are your people. Where's your crowd at? Who's gonna vibe with you? And then once I started, or is anybody gonna see? When I first started going out on the street, man, I was hiding. I was shy. I was like in a corner. Like I tried to find a place where nobody would see me. I had the
Gotcha.
amplifier. I was like, let me try to
Yeah,
here just so I can get some work in. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sure enough,
yeah.
like this couple that I know walked by, and he's one of the like most well-known musicians in Asheville at the time. They walk by, it's on a side street. They're looking at me like, "What are you doing over there, Adi?" I'm like, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm busting." But and it just
Gotcha.
I grinded from the bottom, and I think that's the best way to do it. Grinded from the bottom off the street corner, and it started. I just thought, well, this is not my life playing on the street. Maybe it's great for some people. Some people, create real spectacles out there or really draw big crowds. For me, I was waiting for somebody to invite me inside to a nice place to play, put me on stage or something like that,
Yeah.
and it started to happen, started to click. So thankful.
Oh man, wait, I gotta talk to the indie fam real quick. Hey y'all, did you just feel that? I mean, I know you did, everybody, because we heard what Adi was giving us. We heard the words he was giving us, and we felt it as artists. Well, we heard it as artists, but did you feel what he was giving us? They all, not just the words, but the feeling and the expression and the passion. I know you did because I see your thumbs up going now in your lineup, y'all, when you're giving it. You did. Adi, what drew me to your music, man? And now I even know even more why I was drawn to it when I saw your clips. Um, yes, some people are saying, "Yeah, I'm right there." That's just people are understanding what you're saying. But what drew me to your music, your expression, was number one the realness of it, the realness and the rawness that I felt, the genuineness that I felt of your artistry, man. It gave me a mixture of things that I was loving and respecting about your music. And a part of it was it was a reminiscent of the acousticness that I grew up with, of the Jim Croce's and the chord structures and the vibe of what I remember of AM radio. I'm dating myself, but when I grew up with that type of music, and I also was feeling that this is an artist that's had a journey that we can understand as other artists, but it's some things this artist can teach us as well. And what I'd like to know, man, what is the essence of your journey? Where did your journey start? And before we, because I know that I want to know about your family. I want to know, did you grow up with musical parents and mentors? But then eventually your life journey took you to monastery. Am I right?
That's correct. Yes.
Brother, I can't wait. Please take us from the beginning of your journey as an artist.
Wow, I appreciate your interest. I mean, that touches me. Thank you for finding me interesting, and thank you for reaching out to me and everything. I'm happy to be here.
Vice versa.
Um, I'm not from around here. I'm not from North Carolina at all. I'm from Illinois, born and raised, Filipino household. So I was born and raised in the United States, but in a Filipino home. Um, Born on the banks of the Mississippi River, Murfreesboro, Illinois. Um, I don't know, grew up playing guitar, have had a brother. He's no longer with us, but he was 14 months older than me. So I got a picture of him there on my Instagram page when we were kids, when we first started playing. I'm on like the plastic buckets playing drums, and he's just learning his first chords on guitar. But I don't think I would have got started playing music if it weren't for him. And we drove each other, and he started accumulating gear, guitars, amps, pedals, and things like that before I knew what to do. So that's how I got my start in music. We were making little bands and things by the time we were, early teenagers. I don't know. By the time I was a teenager, I got into blues. I think I was about 14 when I started really listening to blues. And I think I got into it really because of Jimi Hendrix. It's like because I just love Jimi Hendrix, and I had to know who these people were that he was shouting out, like who's Willie Dixon, who's Howlin' Wolf, who's Muddy Waters. So once I started finding that music, John Lee Hooker and Robert Johnson, and then that really changed my whole, I guess, appreciation for music. You
Got
can
you,
be
man.
emotional, like I don't even know why,
No,
but it's
no,
because
I got you.
you can convey emotion through blues music that you can't.
Yes. Right. That's right. You can't, brother. It's and I think that's really in essence answering my or endorsing my question as well, is because just watching the videos before I even reached out and we connected, that unspoken connectivity through artistry is powerful, man. It's powerful. And that's why I wanted to do this show as well. Like I said, I'm not the big boys, CNN, the whole whatever. I'm in my way as an artist with other artists, just trying to do my part so we can do our part as an indie family community, man, to just spread the word of artistry, spread the word that there is incredible artistry and creativity out here. Just because we don't see it on big media or hear it on big media doesn't mean it's not here. And what you just mentioned, man, oh my goodness, brother, you hit it in a nutshell. We can't describe it. Am I right? We can't describe it, man.
And it's that connection. I mean, that's what drives me. That's what I'm doing it for somebody, anybody to feel it.
Yeah,
That that's
yeah.
what, that's why I make music.
Right on, brother. What feeds your soul as an artist, man?
Sorry?
What feeds your soul? What feeds your creativity as an artist, Adi?
That's really a tough question because I've gone through some changes over the years, and a lot of times I felt like it was my spiritual connection, but it's not just that. It's what we're talking about. It's that communication, that connection, and that's spiritual also. But if you would have asked me this a year ago, I would have told you it was my inspiration from God or my meditation on God. But I'm not going to say that today.
Yeah,
I'm going to say it's you. It's
right on.
you, and it's anybody that's listening who can feel it.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, yeah. Wow. Got you. It's that one-on-one, that moment in time. That's what you're saying, huh?
That's what it
Yeah.
is. Because that's what I love about it.
Yeah. And when you're playing, Like, because I know when you mentioned when you told us about your street musician time, you know, uh, is that when that started? Because I love wherever I am in the world, man. One of the biggest things I love to do is find that street musician community, that artistic community, and walk up and down that street. And here, I'm getting these right now thinking about it because that's what I love to do. Was there a moment during that time as a street musician where you said, "Hey, I think I'm connecting with these people, these strangers"? Do you remember that feeling?
Yeah, almost from day one. I mean, I told you about how shy and reserved I was when I first went
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
but somebody came up to me. This older kind of hippie dude came up to me. He's like, "Man, you should be in the studio making records, not sitting on the street corner by yourself."
Uh-huh,
And
uh-huh, uh-huh.
day one going out, other people saying things to me like, "Don't sit over here, sit over there. Like, take the good spot. You should."
Wow.
So just that kind of love from the beginning. That really fed me. I did. You're talking about the street music community. I did. Well, I made a lot of nice connections and like friendships and love amongst whoever was playing out there on the street at the time. I got to know
Yeah.
everybody and wasn't expecting that. When I first started going out, I thought, well, it's all bluegrass or mountain music out there. It's nobody playing any music with any like soul on the street. So I'm just gonna go out and I don't care really what anybody thinks. I'm just gonna do what I do and probably won't really connect with anybody. But it didn't go like that at all, man.
Okay.
I
Okay.
made some beloved friends, out there on the street. And they play old timey music, mountain music, and bluegrass music. But hey, they're still real people.
Come on, man. Come on. They're still artists. They're still doing right their expression and their thing.
Oh, and one of the connections that I made on the streets of Asheville, and anybody that comes to Asheville can meet our dear elder Bobby Sachs. Mr. Bobby Sachs, I think he's 77, 78 by now.
Mhm.
Bobby Sachs plays saxophone on our streets of Asheville here. And he also played the last 8 shows with Marvin Gaye, and he's toured with the
Right.
O. Jacksons and many, many big people. So we're proud to have him. And I made an album with him. So if anybody wants
Right on.
my album, Adi the Monk, Soul of the City Streets featuring Bobby Sachs. I got 8 songs.
Bobby Sachs.
Yes,
Much love and much respect, Bobby Sachs. And hey, I know when Victor Brooks comes to Asheville, I'm going to look for Bobby Sachs.
dude.
And I know that I've enjoyed your music, Mr. Sachs, over the years, just from what our brother Adi has told us now. And so, man, to take us through the time of why the name Adi the Monk. A
Okay.
lot of people have been asking me that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I was supposed to tell you about how I became a monk, but I became interested in spiritual things and meditation and understanding our original consciousness, existence beyond the body and the mind, like that when I was a teenager. By age 19, I was pretty much disenchanted with everything that was going on around me as far as people trying to have fun and trying to
Yeah,
party or whatever. It
gotcha.
didn't look like it was going anywhere. And I needed more. I didn't just want to go to college. I was getting into spiritual life. I visited temple in Chicago, the Hare Krishna temple. I really loved it, and pretty much just didn't want to dropped all my other plans and everything else that I had, and going on and moved into the temple as a monk at age 19, and I was a monk for 8 years. So the name Adipurusha Das is a name that was given to me by my guru when I took initiation as a monk in 1996, and the name means servant of the original person. So Adi Purusha Das is actually my spiritual name or Sanskrit name, and I just go by Adi.
Gotcha, man. That is powerful, man. 19 years old with that conviction, you know?
Yes, and I wouldn't take back a day of it. It
Yeah.
wasn't all easy, but I had some amazing experiences all over this country, also in India and in Nepal. I was in India 3 times,
Wow.
and serving as a monk in the temples and doing different things. I was a tour guide for holy places in India for a little while in a specific pilgrimage place.
Yes.
Um, speaking the local languages as well. So I picked up Bangla pretty good, Bengali. Also, as a monk, I was able to spend some time in the Middle East, lived in Palestine, Israel for 7 months, and was speaking Arabic when I was there. I always try to, try to learn the languages of the people that where I'm staying in those places. So
Right. Much respect, man. Much respect. And, were you doing your music during this time as well, or?
yes, it's interesting that you asked because when I first became a monk, I happily and voluntarily gave up the Western instruments and in exchange for the what we call the kirtan instruments or the devotional for the devotional music of India. I don't have one handy, but the two-headed mridanga drum is what I started playing in the
Yes.
harmonium, which is like an accordion that sits on the ground.
Yes. Yes.
So basically playing classical Indian devotional music, you could say. But after I was a monk for a few years, I was asked to join an all monk rock band. Basically, I was asked by my guru, who was the leader of the band. He's the lead singer and keyboard player. This was all in Kansas City. Okay, I moved to Kansas City.
Fantastic.
College there. If
Yeah.
anybody's tuning in from Kansas City, we got
Yes.
there on the Paseo, 50
Uh-huh.
or I believe, and I think it's 52nd and Paseo. Anyway, Rupanuga Vedic College. So I played there every Sunday night. It was after we'd have the temple program, and then we'd have like the rock band at the end of the Sunday temple program. They had like a vegetarian feast every Sunday, and then they have the band come on, and we just chant mantras and play like all kinds of groovy music.
Wow.
Did
Fantastic.
it for a couple of years. Yeah, I played every instrument in that band because I was like I'm like a wild card guy. I play drums.
Okay. Okay.
I could play them all. I wish I could play them all.
I
In
got you.
I got I got congas right here. I wish I could just be somebody's conga player. I mean, if
So
anybody,
how many instruments do you play, man?
whatever I can get my hands on, but I don't claim
Come
to
on.
know what I'm doing on any of them. I'm I'm limited. Anybody who knows my music theoretical knowledge is gonna probably know I'm limited, but whatever. I'm working with what I got.
There you go. You know what we'd like to do, man? And I know your time, but if you have your acoustic with you now, could you do something for us?
Yeah, I got it. I got if you don't mind, I got a backing track set up that one of my.
Whatever you have, man. Whatever.
All right. This is Silver Moon. This is my newest single. How's that?
Oh man, I saw. You see, I was out there, man. I was out there with it, brother. That was fantastic, man.
I was a
Yeah.
little out of tune, but
Hey, come on.
we're
Huh?
I said we're shooting from the hip, but it's all good.
Come on, man. And so Memphis is what I call home. right? So that's my some and you know when we would get a chance to go to Chicago from Memphis, that was the big city. So out from your area of Illinois and all of that, man. So it was what you're playing, your vibe, your style is very reminiscent in there of what I grew up with too.
Thank you for recognizing that because I don't know how often that gets recognized, but I mean that it's that river, man. It's the river,
Yeah, it's
and
the
the,
river.
it's the river, and
It's
I
the river.
if you know where Cairo, Illinois is, that's where the two rivers join at the very bottom tip of Illinois. That's where I was really born and like raised around that area, the southern tip of Illinois. Man, it's all about the rivers, and I ain't really never lived in Chicago until I was maybe 19. When I became a monk is the first time I really lived in Chicago.
Look at that, man. Right on, right on. Oh man. So that as far as like your how when did you make your first recording? The first time you went in to say, you know what, I'm going in to record. Do you remember that day and how you felt, man?
Yeah, the very first ones would have involved my little brother, my big brother, and my little sister, and I would have probably been about 8 years old, and we would have a little tape recorder because we grew up playing with the tape recorder, and we would make
Yes.
albums,
Yeah.
and we started off by interviewing each other, just like we're doing right now, like like would be the host, and then I'd be the guest, and
Right, right,
talk
right.
later and just like laugh and yeah. But then when we started playing the instruments, and then we started making our own tapes right away. So like I
Yeah,
remember being like 10 years old, I have a friend come over, he sings or I sing, we play guitar, and then
yeah.
drop an album cover, write all the song titles on there, record label, yeah, mic
Great.
and all that stuff. So yeah, man, I've been making albums when I was a little kid, but as far as my serious efforts as an adult, the first one was 2017, and I released an album for every year 4 years in a row, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I got four CDs out. I got them all right here. I mean,
Come
there's
on, please.
yeah, I got four CDs. All my music's on Spotify or whatever, wherever you look for your music online, but this is my latest one, Soul of the Earth. Then I had Soul of the City Streets with Bobby Sachs. There he is.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Right here where I'm sitting right now, this is my little home. This is where I record right here. So
Fantastic.
Bobby Sachs came and sat down right here like Buddha, right where I am right now, and he closed his eyes and he got in the zone, and it just
Yeah,
so much. I was like, oh,
right, right.
I'm so glad I made this album.
Right
Uh,
on, man.
that's my Adi the Monk album. That was 10 songs, self-titled, and this was my very first. That's me playing on the streets of Asheville right there.
Wow, look
That
at that.
it was a 4-song EP, like a demo that I made to try to get some work in the beginning when I
Yeah.
was singing.
Oh, man, wait a minute now, y'all. You know what, Adi, that was smooth. You just ran down not only, first of all, 4 albums completed, all right?
Yes.
Then playing with the legendary sax, another sax on sax, and recording it out of your own home studio.
Yes. Yes. We're doing it, man. We're
Come
really doing
on.
that, and thank you for seeing me.
Come on, man. What do you have to give? What words or thoughts do you have to give the artists who will be watching this on the IGTV afterwards and who are watching right now, who are really just starting this or just feeling like, I don't know, that have those doubts of their artistry, that have those feelings of, should I keep on or should I not? What is it that you want to give them, man?
Well, first of all, I'm I'm an artist, or I produce art because I have something that I need to express. So or that I feel to express. So I'm gonna express it in the way that it could come out the best. So I don't know about anyone else, but I say things through my guitar that I can't say through words. I can speak more eloquently. I can express my heart much more freely through through playing guitar than I can through words. Um, I guess what I'm trying to say is you have to feel it. Like John Lee Hooker said, it's in him and it's got to come out. I feel like that's a key to producing like music that's really coming from the heart. You're not doing it because you want something. or because you're trying to get somewhere. I mean, I know that's a whole nother game. That's a whole nother world that I'm not involved with. But producing music because it's in you and it has to come out, and because you have to share this, I think that's the real thing. That's the real pure artistry. Pure artistry. You don't need money. You don't need any kind of necessarily any recognition or acknowledgement that you're successful. I tell people, because sometimes people wish me success, and sometimes I tell them I've always felt that I'm successful as soon as I take a guitar in my hand.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes. The success has been, exactly, because thank you for in answering the people who give the support. As artists, we thank you so much for wishing us the well wishes and the success, because that means so much to us.
Yeah.
Because you've taken the time and you're acknowledging what our artistry, and you are being fed something from our artistry. But like you just said, so many of us already feel the success is with us because we're just doing something we love to do. And because we're able to give that expression that we have to give, Are there some things that you feel, Adi, that I just have to say this as an artist, or I just have no matter, I'm not trying to make a big political statement, or I'm not trying to make a big, but there's just something in me as an artist that I have to say, I have to express.
Yes, there is. I love your questions, Victor, man. I really appreciate your line of questioning. There's definitely something that I have to say, and that's the beauty of it, is that I can't tell you what that is. I can't say it in words.
Yes. Yes.
Music. So I hope that others can feel it, because I can't really tell you it any other way. But yeah.
Exactly, man. And then when they end up hearing the song that you couldn't explain before you wrote it or while you're writing it, but then when you finally perform it, then you say, wow, I can identify with that. That's the magic, if that's the word. No matter what genre belief you're from, that's the magic, that's the blessing, that's the connection, whatever it is that once that creativity is finished, hey, painters, once that painting is complete, that you feel is complete, once that poetry is completed, you poets and your filmmakers, that film, whatever your creative outlet is, everybody, when you can't really explain it, y'all, like Adi just mentioned, before the process or even during the process, but it's something that's inside of you that has to get out. Once it's completed, it will blow your mind of how many other people will connect with that artistic expression, or that belief, or that mention of what it is that your creativity has just rendered. And what does that say to us? You got to keep on keeping on. You've got to do it. Just do it, y'all. Just do it. Woo, you can see this as a passion for me, man. Sometimes they say, man, it looks like you're going to jump out of that chair. But it's real to me. It's real to me, brother.
Yeah, being driven to share your art with as many people as possible. So again, going back to the advice to people who are just getting started, putting their music out there, put it out there. Get out there and make music. Record if you can. Get out there and play live as much as you can. Share your music with people. You'll find your tribe. You'll find your people that resonate with it. It may not be some big success like you expected, but whatever. I mean, it may not be a career for everybody too. I do know musicians who are struggling. Myself personally, I don't entertain the whole struggling or starving musician cliche. I'm doing just fine, thank you very much. But we appreciate also all
Gotcha. Gotcha.
but yeah, just it may or may not work as a profession for you. I know musicians that are out there struggling, and they can barely get by, or surely, like lots of people, throw in the towel. So I don't know. I mean, you guess you have to have
Yeah.
your business
Yeah.
too. You have to be able to make a living.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
putting the art out there, if a lot of people if it's really good, I guess a lot of people will feel it. But it's not necessarily.
Right. 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 You know what? I've talked to so many artists, man, over my career, and we talked. I'd love to hear your take of what you just said because we've talked about it so often in so many different circles about the cliche of starving artist.
Hmm.
What do you mean when you say that?
Well, they always joke about it. Like you see, I know this meme that goes around on Instagram and stuff with it shows the watch pocket of the blue jeans. It's like not everybody knows, but this tiny little pocket is for all the money that you make as a musician. So that
Okay.
kind of joke that like come up to me and they'll talk to me and they'll be like, I feel for you, man. I've had people say that, like, I feel for you. I know it's hard. I know your life is a struggle. I know it's hard being a musician. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, no, no, it's not. It's not hard. Like, I love what I'm doing, and I get, reciprocated with pretty well for it. So I'm happy. Like, great. It's dope. It doesn't have to be struggle. Of course, I think anything that you do is going to be
Yes.
challenges or some grinding in the beginning. But I would say if you've been at like trying to uh, generate some attention or some love as a musician for many, many, many years, and it's just not happening, then well, maybe do it on the side.
Yeah.
Not to
Right.
discourage
Right.
anybody,
No,
but
no, no. Gotcha. Gotcha. But I think your main thing is even doing it on the side means that you're not stopping. You're not trying to cut your creativity because we can't. We're an artist. It'll implode in some way if we're not able to express, if we're not able to do that, you know? Oh man, Adi, man, thank you for coming on today, man.
well, thanks for
Thank you so much, brother. And you know what? When I get to Asheville, I'm coming to Asheville. And what I'd like to do now that you mentioned, I'd like to do an Asheville live where I come through and maybe just do the show live, with different musicians there
well, I'll call up
and
Bobby Sachs. I still got his number, so we'll make sure he's out on the street when you want to
out
do.
of sight, man.
Yeah,
Out of sight. Oh
yeah.
man, Adi, we much respect, man. Much love for your artistry. Much respect. Is there anything you want to tell your fans who are watching now or who will be watching later? Your
I
fans.
like to send my love to everyone and big love to your community. I just see all the interaction that's going on online during this podcast, and looks like you have beautiful community and beautiful support. So, just hello, what's up to everybody, and hello, anybody that listens to my music. Thank you so much for pushing that play button or whatever you do.
Yes, yes. And thank you all so much for joining us today. Meeting your newest family member of the Indie Fam series, Adi the Monk. And when you look back on this, and even now, like I always say, y'all, when our artists take their time to come on and join us and talk to you, uh, follow. If there was something in this episode today that either Adi said or when that beautiful music was played and it touched you, follow his page. Go download the music. Go and get further engulfed and enveloped in what you had today for this short period of time because it's real. If you felt it, it's real. And that means it's so much more of it, Indie Fam. It's so much more of it, people who are watching. Follow Adi the Monk's page. Download his music. Find out where he is and go see him live. If you're in Asheville, go check it out. Go check out his live, his groove one-on-one. Adi, again, thank you, man. And keep us posted on what you're doing.
Shoot, love you, man. Keep me posted about when you come to Asheville.
You got it, man.
All
All
right.
right. We'll see you next time, man. All righty. Bye-bye. Yeah, you heard it, y'all. We were able to get it today. The weather itself. So what? Adi was able to join us. His Wi-Fi is together. And, everything happens in its own time. So we're just glad that even in this time, you were able to check out live Adi. And even those who will be watching later, because I said most of our viewers are coming in on the IGTV channel, the Victor Brooks Show IGTV channel, where you'll see the other episodes, Reginald Weissman and Sarah Sachs, Brian McKnight Jr., and everyone else who joined us up to this point. And you see here, Adi the Monk. Go to Adi the Monk page and check it out. Follow Adi. Keep informed of what he's doing and what he's given through his artistry, y'all. And keep sending those emails to me. I love getting your emails, new artists. I love getting your emails. I love getting your words of support. I love meeting you. I wanna continue to embrace you, even virtually, as another fellow artist doing what we do, which is just giving our creativity to the world. And if we're able to make a living from it as well, that's even better. You dig what I'm saying? But the main thing that we're doing here on the Victor Brooks Show Indie Fam series is putting that word of support out to every single artist that we can on the show. We have chefs that are coming to join us who will be showing their culinary arts. We have comedians who will be joining us to give us their take on comedy, the artisticness of comedy. We have visual painters who will be able to see live at their studios where they'll be painting and where they create their paintings. We'll be talking to poets and poetess who are going to give their craft and give their delivery of certain poetry and where we can follow. And the art is endless. And it's because of you. We thank you for joining us and taking your time to be here with us, y'all. Keep checking out those promos. And every Sunday at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern, out of New York, same time as New York, wherever you are in the world, New York time Eastern is when we go live here at Instagram, the Victor Brooks Show page, Instagram page. But tonight, because of the time difference of Tokyo, Japan, and here in the East Coast time, we will be going live with Harushi Fafrumi tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Incredible independent jazz artist out of Tokyo, Japan, who will be joining us tonight, East Coast time, 8 o'clock p.m. We'll be doing an interpreter, but the love and the passion through his journey and his artistry will be spoken in every single language, just as the beauty of art always does for us, y'all. So come on back tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, back here on the Victor Brooks Show page today. I've sure enjoyed you. I love you, and much respect to the artist and the artistry that you're giving. So come on back and get some of this positivity on you. Take a bath in it, take a shower in it, scuba dive in it, skinny dip in it if you want to. But just the main thing is jump in that pool of positivity. And when you come out, sprinkle it on as many people as you can, because that's what it's all about. And we'll see you next time on the Victor Brooks Show, Indie Fam.